Hello, my lovelies. Libra, this is going to be your September monthly reading. We're going to start with some angel guidance. Let's see what we need to know. Thank you, angels. What does the sign of Libra need to know for the month of September? We have friendship and union. So you could be making some new connections, whether that's friendship or romantic interest. Could be leading to union. Definitely some interesting energy to start your month. So if you're already with somebody, you could be going towards union, going towards marriage, or you could be making some new friendships that also could potentially cause a lot of positivity in your life. So that's a great way to start your month. All right, we have Archangel Michael, so some angelic protection. Whatever you're going through, if you really need some support, especially spiritually, call in the archangels, especially Michael. He wields his blue fiery sword and he's got his blue shield there, and he comes at a moment's notice to help defend, protect, sever ties, and definitely he is a fierce protector. I've actually encountered Michael in some psychic sessions, some dreams, some meditations, and he's got incredible energy. So he's really a true force to be reckoned with. He's somebody who is, his name basically translates to he who is like God. So he really is full of God's fiery energy, and he comes through with a lot of passion, and he is a fierce protector. So if you need the help, call on Archangel Michael, especially to help you. The angels are telling you they want you to surrender to something. I have a feeling it's this union, that there's something that you're almost fighting. And the question is why? Why are you fighting this connection? If it's not a good fit for you, then obviously you might need to sever those ties. Ask the Archangel Michael to come in and help you to sever those ties once and for all and be free of this situation. If it's something else that you need to surrender to, maybe some sort of divine plan for your life, why are you fighting it? You know God's going to win in the end anyway, right? So you need to just kind of be open to what it is that's supposed to happen. So release the control and give it back to the divine and surrender to the bigger plan. All right, let's see how we raise our vibration for September. What do we need to know? Manifesting is my superpower. So I feel like you need to kind of put things out there to the universe, and then you need to release the control of how and when it's going to come in for you. Remember that manifesting works by attraction. So we put the idea or the issue out into the universe, we ask for what we need, but we speak it as if we already have it in our 3D reality. So an example would be, let's say I wanted a brand new car. I am thankful for the brand new car that the universe has blessed me with, like it already exists, right? I am thankful for the new home that the universe has blessed me with. I am grateful for the partner that I have to share my lifetime with. I am grateful for yada, yada, yada. I am is a very powerful statement. So make sure that it's something that you want when you speak that. Writing it in your own handwriting is another way that I like to manifest. So that's one way that you can make I am statements. Daily affirmations also help, but keeping a positive mindset and releasing the control of how and when it's going to come into reality. And that's the trick to manifesting. All right, let's see what else we have for raising our vibration. Honesty is the best policy. I do feel like there is an honest conversation that needs to be had in your life, and that might be something that you're struggling with. So be open. I feel like you kind of need to surrender some control about this, and that you need to start talking openly and honestly. Where there's a will, there's a way. Follow that yellow brick road. It's going to lead you where you need to be. Remember that even though there's detours along the path of life, all paths lead home. You are exactly where you're meant to be, even if you don't think so, and you need to have some patience with yourself and the time that it takes. All right, let's get you a song. Let's see what we have for you. Bless the broken road. You can't make this stuff up. So you're going through a lot of twists and turns, a lot of detours and things like that. This is an indication that there is a reason for that. You're supposed to learn something from all of these connections, all of these hiccups and issues along the way. And without these lessons, you won't get to where you're supposed to be. So count your blessings. Thank the universe for all of the things that you've had to endure, because it's leading you to where you're meant to be, and it's giving you lessons that your soul needs in order for growth and healing. So embrace that. All right, what do we have going on for the month for the sign of Libra? What does Libra need to know for the month of September? Death. There's definitely some sort of ending that needs to come. The ending is going to give way to a new beginning. Could be in a relationship or a friendship, but whatever is ending, it is transitioning you into something that is new and possibly or potentially something that is a whole lot better. I strongly feel like it's better. I feel like you're releasing what isn't serving you, and that this is an indication that your blessings are on their way. So let go of the old, close one door, open a new one, and shifting your perspective, that's going to be huge for you as well. See the glass as half full, not half empty, and remember, it's always refillable. So shifting your perspective. There's your energy, Libra, with justice. Could be dealing with courts, contracts, legal issues, some sort of decision being passed. Could also be that you're finally ready to close out a chapter and find the balance you've been looking for. So legal situations or documents involving police, finding out the truth in a situation, and it affecting the balance. I do feel like for some of you, you're going to be walking away from a certain someone or something that just doesn't work, and you're surrendering to the divine, dealing with financial problems, and you're turning your back and walking away knowing nothing else can be done, especially in a relationship that might be toxic. You might need to cut yourself off from the world for a little while, do some inner work, some shadow work, and some reflection. I do feel like you are kind of connecting with the divine, or you need to, and that this is also a card of ascension, marriage, and that you might be involving things like the courts, or, well, we have justice and the hierophants. Maybe you're really thinking about union. You do have friendship and union as well. So let's see. Yeah, it might be marriage. All right, we have the Empress, or the divine feminine. She could be the mother of your children. There could be some delays that have proved necessary, but I really feel like you have found your other person, your other half, and that you do want commitment with this person going forward. Money struggles might be a thing of the past very soon. I feel like there could be a new job opportunity coming for you with more than enough to go around. If it's not a new job, it could be a raise or promotion that greatly helps improve your struggles. Could also be some news coming in a positive way. Could be from a younger water sign, doesn't have to be, but some positive news is finally coming, so it'll help you to shift your perspective. You also are struggling with finances. I feel like this job promotion or whatever the money is that's coming in that's more is definitely needed. It's going to help you. There's definitely some delays around money. Could be waiting on something through the courts, but you are finally starting to come in from out of the cold. There is good luck on your side, so we love to see that. The Wheel of Fortune spin things in your favor. I do feel like you have to walk away from something first in order for this blessing to come in. So make the energetic space for it to be available, and that you are potentially going to take a trip somewhere, even possibly overseas, but you are completing some sort of phase or cycle. I feel like this allows you to go into union. Whatever this is, you've come out of hermit mode, or you're going to be, your manifestations are coming in, you're surrendering to whatever this purpose is or this divine plan for your life. And I feel like this gives you the peace of mind that you're looking for, the stability, the comfort, the togetherness that you've really been longing for. You crave balance. That's your whole sign. You're the scales, right? Libra craves the balance. So I feel like in order for you to balance the situation out, some changes need to happen. You need to surrender to some of the things that are going on. You need to close some doors that things just don't work. There's some changes that definitely need to happen for these to actually transform. I feel like there's an unexpected offer potentially for marriage coming in. Whether this is you providing that to somebody else or vice versa, I feel like it comes unexpected. I almost get the sense that you and your person are like, let's just do this already. We waited long enough. Let's just hurry up. Let's go take care of this. And there is communication coming from your person. So it does look like there are some potentially big changes coming for you in the month of September. So let's see what else we have. Yeah, you're looking for a wish fulfillment. I do feel like it happens in divine timing, but there's something that you need to keep hope alive that it can actually come in. Start pouring into your own cup first. Could also be dealing with an Aquarius. All right, you are looking for your wish fulfillment, your happiness, your contentment, marriage, children, the whole 9 yards. And I feel like whoever this person is in your life, male or female, doesn't matter, that this person really is like the nurturing, empathetic person that you need. Someone who's gentle, someone who's emotional. I feel like most air signs kind of mask their feelings. It's not to say you don't have them, you just don't show them most of the time. And that's okay, that's just who you are. My ear is ringing very loud for confirmation. So I feel like this person brings that element to your life. They bring that emotional state. And sometimes they have enough emotions for the both of you. So it's like you two really do balance each other out when things are good. All right, there is a wish fulfillment coming in for you for sure. Feeling really happy, really pleased with this. Very much a lot of emotional fulfillment when this wish comes in, and it allows you to take that leap of faith that you've been pondering. You've definitely been thinking about it for a while, so it's time to surrender and take that leap of faith. Try something new, and it'll get you out of this confused state of feeling very trapped. Judgment Day is coming, so I feel like regardless of whether you want to surrender, you're going to have to. That karma is being dealt, final judgments are being passed, and this is divine intervention. So there's not much that you can do to really get away from that. That there's decisions that are pending finality. I feel like it could potentially be through the courts, and that this is the only decision that can be reached under the circumstances that are currently presented. So you need to surrender to the plan. I feel like you also need to embrace the broken road, the things that have been challenging for you along this path. The truth will set you free. Honesty is always the best policy, and where there's a will, there's a way. You'll find a solution to what's going on. Let's see what we have for some shadow work for you to close out your reading. What do we need to know for Libra for the month of September? The Magician. So you are a master manifester, but do you believe it? If you're not seeing your manifestations, then you need to be open to receive. Remember, put it out there, release the expectations of how and when it finds you and when it comes in. That's super important. Seven of Cups. Have you made some wrong decisions or you felt really stuck in these situations? I feel like the choices that you've maybe made in the past were not great. And so this is an indication you need to choose wisely about what you choose in the future. There may have been a lot of delays around forward progress. I feel like that will absolutely change, and that you're really worried about financial issues. I also feel like you may have lost a lot of money previously and that you're really struggling financially at the current moment. The Knight of Wands tells us that we need to be cautious of our decisions. We don't want to jump in head first. You could be dealing with things like jealousy, arrogance, and really some irrational decisions. All right, so some shadow work is needed, some introspection. You might be really lonely and kind of, they're giving me the word desperation right now. So in kind of a really crummy situation that definitely needs to be addressed. Feeling like you've missed out on an opportunity and a wish fulfillment and that things just weren't going your way. I also feel like some people have been deceiving you and that's going to come to light, that you've been juggling things for too long, that you need to find some balance in your life, and that you're finally starting to see this and let go of this heavy burden once and for all and stop carrying it. Could also be dealing with somebody who's a little spiteful, a little negative, pessimistic, or very smothering. And I feel like that gets on your last nerve, so you need to make a decision about that. The Eight of Swords tells us that it's time to make a decision and to stop overthinking, that we don't want to live in this conflict and chaos any longer. All right, we have the Hermit again. So I feel like you are trying to see the light, that you are trying to finally go towards your happiness, and that maybe you just need some peace and quiet right now in order to process these things. You're trying to overcome something from your past that was really draining you. Some things from your past could also resurface. We're in a bunch of retrogrades, Mercury being one of them, until the 15th of September. So know that some previous issues are coming up for you to address them, to make the necessary changes to release that so that they stop being a repetitive cycle. The Ten of Cups tells us that your happiness is possible. You have to be able to make some decisions to go towards that. Release what isn't working in your life so that you can go towards marriage and union. There is forward progress potentially available, travel and things like that. And I feel like there's going to be a huge setback before you finally go forward this month. All right, Seven of Coins. You're very frustrated with work, that things aren't really transpiring quickly. I also feel like that's going to change for the better, but that you've got to keep going. So if the job you have isn't cutting the mustard, it's not paying the bills, keep your options open and look for something that maybe is better. Don't throw in the towel. Don't just walk away from something that you've been at for a while just because you're frustrated, but try and find a solution. And if you can't gain any advancement or any further pay where you're at, if you've topped out at your scale or your whatever you do for work, then you have to start looking for something that pays better, because you can't keep doing what you're doing if it's not going to work. So yes, you will have some sort of ending, but it gives way to new beginnings. You also had death in the other deck. So I feel like there's major changes that need to happen. It's Scorpio energy, it's death and rebirth, it's a cycle. So we either continue the cycle or we finally let that door close and we open a new one. All right, Seven of Swords, lots of deception in your reading. We need to really cut that out and let go of that. You're looking for solid stability. I feel like there is union potentially coming in. Good luck being on your side, things going your way finally, and a lot better money coming to you, and it could happen quickly. So close the doors that don't work and open a new one this month. I feel like that's what your reading needs to be about. Close the old, open the new. All right? It's going to take a lot of strength and courage. You need to be determined and stay focused on your goals. Start shifting your perspective, especially around finances. Block off the things that don't work on healing, and really try and go forward in a new direction this month. There's your energy, the King of Swords. So, some tough love, some boundaries, be cautious of authority figures. I also think that logic and wisdom is going to reign supreme for you this month to make good decisions. There is good news coming in for you, though, and the clarity that you need is possible. It's coming for a breakthrough. You will need teamwork to make the dream work this month, so make sure that you collaborate. And I feel like you really need to nurture what you want to grow. Protection is also available should you need it, but the biggest obstacle might be you. So you need to really face your fears this month. Take a long, hard look in the cosmic mirror. See if there's anything that you yourself need to own or take ownership and responsibility, accountability for. And if there is, address those things. That's how you start clearing out some space to invite the new things in, your manifestations that you're wishing to come through. I feel like all in all, you do have a lot of changes that are going on. So take a couple of deep breaths. It's going to be kind of an uphill battle this month. It does get better after the 15th of the month when Mercury goes direct again. And Mercury does tend to affect a lot of us in very different ways. So if you have Virgo placements especially, it may really affect you. However, I do think that you have a lot of really potentially great things coming in for you as well. So face yourself in the mirror, face those fears, because you have a lot of really great blessings coming to you in the month of September. That's what we have for you. I hope something resonates. Feel free to comment, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.